They scream and they cry.
Jesus. Okay. Okay, that escalated quickly. And I can use that phrase now knowing what it means. Hi everyone, welcome to Old Lady Reacts. I'm the old lady, otherwise known as Michelle in Minneapolis. I'm a huge movie buff who has seen pretty much everything. I even worked at a video store for a few years, but I somehow skipped over an entire genre of movies. So I created this reaction channel where I react to action and superhero movies for the first time, mostly in order to understand the inside jokes and references in my ultimate viewing of WandaVision, which is coming up very soon and I'm very excited. So I'm watching all of the MCU movies in the order in which they were released, but I'm watching other films too. And today I'm excited to get to the next kind of era of Batman movies and watch Batman Begins. This is the beginning of the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy, I guess. And I was looking to see if I like Christopher Nolan's other films, but it turns out, like, looking at the list, I haven't seen any of those either. So I have no idea what to expect as far as like his directing style or anything. So totally going in blind here. I'm also curious, you know, with all the other 4 Batman movies I've watched so far, good and bad, none of them are truly an origin story. You know, you see the origin of the villains, but you only see a few minutes of Bruce Wayne's origin in flashback. And I'm curious as to why that is. I mean, did the studios not think that it was an interesting enough story, or that there weren't enough villains or fights right away to make it dramatic and all that? I don't know. So I'm curious. If you know anything about that, leave a comment. I'm curious. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how his origin story shakes out because I like the characters. So let's just dive in.
Finders keepers, and I found it in my garden. Finders keepers.
Not quite how that works, but okay. Oh. Oh dear. That would freak me out.
Who wishes to serve true justice? The path of the League of Shadows.
That's a very strange facial hair on Liam Neeson there. I'm not sure what to think about that. That's how they let you go. That just out into the middle of nowhere.
I seek the means to fight injustice, to turn fear against those who prey on the fearful.
At least he knows what he wants. Because that's a pretty good answer.
You know why they attacked you, don't you? They were afraid of you.
Afraid of me?
All creatures feel fear.
Even the scary ones.
Especially the scary ones.
So a vast majority of bats are not that scary. They're pretty harmless, and they eat lots of mosquitoes.
It's okay.
I don't think it is okay, dude.
Don't be.
Those look like boobs. Oh, he's just gonna like try to kill him on the street as he walks out? All right. Oh, he's gonna be surrounded by people. Like, wait 2 days and he's by himself. You just walk right up to him.
Justice.
Well, you're not talking about justice. You're talking about revenge.
Sometimes they're the same.
No, they're never.
Yeah,
the
not
same,
really.
Bruce. Justice is about harm.
You're taller than you look in the tabloids, Mr. Wayne. No gun. I'm in.
What's that actor's name? I can't remember him. I've seen him in tons of movies. I like him a lot. His accent's good. I kind of like it. What's in the box? Oh, bats. All right. It seems rather simplistic that that's like the one thing he's really afraid of. Like, really? I mean, I would guess I'm afraid of bats, but I've never really had a hard time avoiding them. Like, they're not like all over the place.
Your compassion is a weakness your enemies will not share.
That's why it's so important.
yeah, he's somewhat wise, has some wisdom there. I feel like that armor leaves a lot of space for weak points of entry. So why does he choose to save him and not the other guy? I mean, they seem kind of equally, I'm going to destroy an entire city full of innocent people kind of motivated guys.
And you can borrow the rolls if you like. Just bring it back with a full tank.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Cillian Murphy!
Falcone's thugs you've had declared insane and moved into your asylum.
Well, the work offered by organized crime must have an attraction to the insane.
Well, at least he's not hiding what he's doing, really. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's a lot of obvious in this movie, I think, that's not like super subtle about what's going on and what the meaning is. So I feel like they're trying to make things deep, but they're not really, it's not really deep. How much more of those caves are there? Hope you're a good enough climber to get back up, because you're going to get stuck down there. Well, he's not afraid, though, at least. But I seriously doubt he would want to be breathing through his mouth, because if there were a lot of many bats in that cave, it would stink.
Good morning. I'm here to see Mr. Earl.
Name?
So she's kind of rude. Someone walks in her office and she doesn't even glance at them.
Why is no one answering the phone? It's Wayne Enterprise.
So what was he doing with her? That's weird.
I want to borrow it for spelunking.
Spelunking. Okay.
Expecting to run into much gunfire in these caves?
Look,
Possibly.
Secretly transporting free slaves to the north, and I suspect these.
It's a convenient little bit of virtue signaling there. All right.
Alfred! Come up here!
I can see everything all right from down here.
Yeah, no thanks. That's interesting. All right, this is kind of a cool, like, if you've seen my other reactions, I like the whole, like, development of the suit thing. So that's pretty cool. He's got the suit but no helmet with it? You gotta have the no head protection. Seems kind of odd,
Watch for my son.
There's my stapler. I think you took my stapler. Whoops. We're still working on that.
Well, the tumbler? Or you wouldn't be interested in that.
I think maybe he would be.
We never could get the damn bridge to work, but this baby works just fine.
I like that. They couldn't get the bridge to work, but the thing that makes the bridge is fine. Oh, they're antennas. The ears are antennas. All right. I could see that. That makes sense.
My bats lost away.
I was going to say, is that like a throwing star just in the shape of a bat? That's kind of cool. I like his toys, I guess. We'll say that. So if you're shooting a machine gun... Oh, hello. You're shooting a machine gun in the midst of a whole bunch of shipping containers. Like, bullets would be bouncing all over the place. Like, you can just like randomly shoot a machine gun. So like all those angles in and out of like the shipping containers. Like, I guess I'll have to Google, would a shipping container wall stop a bullet or reflect it?
Nice code.
Really? So I'm guessing the light rail of Gotham has not so much been maintained. Oh, that's interesting that he's on the spotlight. Is he making a bat? I am like, they're doing certain things really well and other things not so well. Like, I feel like the setup of like the suit and the tools and all of the kind of iconic Batman things are working. Emotionally, I don't know that those scenes aren't aren't really hitting for me. At least not so far.
Drugs, prints, cargo manifests. This back character gave us everything.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's still not going to be enough, because that's not how it works.
Other one.
Oh, there's 2 of them in there? Oh, good Lord.
Some new rules about the pool area.
At least he's good at faking having fun like that.
Rachel?
That is a very cool dress on
I
her.
heard you were back.
She should have her hair up, though. It'd look better, that neckline, so.
About what? You don't know anything.
I know.
His accent, Cillian Murphy's accent is pretty good, too. I'm liking it.
They scream and they cry.
Jesus. Okay. Okay, that escalated quickly. And I can use that phrase now knowing what it means. So he has the same thing that it was in the problem with, what's his name in the last one? George Clooney, is that the nose on the mask seems out of sync with it. It's like crooked from the whatever this is part of your lip. It's like they're the nose is off center from the rest of his face. See, I don't like roller coasters, so if you did that to me more than once or twice, I'd be like, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. So stop it. So Gotham's kind of a shithole in this version, huh? When they start a fire, they're gonna like burn the entire block down. Although it's raining, maybe maybe the fire won't catch that much. Well, at least it's wet out. He's gonna need another suit.
Compounds in the protein-based catalyst.
I may not understand any of that.
Not at all. I just wanted you to know how hard it was. Bottom line,
and I do know what I'm talking about, so listen to me.
Tell them that joke you know.
He knows one. I do like the whole like explanation for the Batcave thing. That makes sense to me. And that the house is old enough to have like an abandoned well or caves underneath it. It kind of makes sense to me.
This is where we make the medicine.
What? Jesus.
Concentrated dose. The mind can only take so much.
I don't understand the camera movement. It's like from right to left to right to left to right to, I mean, it's very strange.
SWAT's on the way, but if you want to go in now, I'll be right behind you, sir.
Yeah, you go ahead. We'll follow.
What is that? Back up. What the?
Oh, no. So it's like Ant-Man can call the ants. It'd be a good distraction, because you wouldn't be able to function too well if there were bats flying all around you.
I gotta get me one of those.
Not exactly an original line, was it? Was that before or after? I'll have to look it up. So it's like a tank and a race car combined.
He's got no way off that roof.
Yeah, I think he does. People who own that building are going to be pissed that he destroyed their roof, because that's an expensive roof. So why was it necessary that he like bend down like that to do that? That seemed weird. Oh, where'd he go?
Exit 9's blocked. We'll loop back to check the frontage road.
Oh, there's stealth mode. He couldn't have used that before? Why didn't he use stealth mode from the get-go? Oh, so there's no surer way for someone to find that cave, the entrance to the cave, is to put a waterfall in front of it. People love walking behind waterfalls.
Why did you bring me here?
If I hadn't, your mind would now be lost.
I'm a little weirded out by his Batman voice. I'm not sure what that choice was.
I watched him die.
But is Ra's al Ghul immortal?
Uh-oh.
Are his methods supernatural?
What does he have, a cattle prod there, or what? What the hell is that?
Surely a man who spends his nights scrambling over the rooftops of Gotham wouldn't begrudge me dual identities.
It's a bit Iron Man 2-esque. I like that. All right. With the, I'm the real villain, but I'm going to give him an ethnic villain to that will make it easy to convince them to hate. What is that glass? Looks like a dessert parfait, not a champagne glass.
Every time a civilization reaches the pinnacle of its decadence, we return to restore the balance.
Gotham isn't beyond saving.
So he's a bit Thanos-like, now that I know who Thanos is. And that he thinks the only way to fix it is to destroy it. But it's not really the only way to fix it. Like, you can, if you're willing to do the work, you can do more than completely destroy humanity or the city or whatever.
No one comes out. Make sure.
He doesn't have to come out from the house. He can go in the cave. Okay. It's probably made of stone. I don't think it would collapse. It would take a really, really long time for it to collapse like that.
Sir, I'm a Gotham City District Attorney. Let me pass.
I don't think it works that way, but all right.
I can't find my mom.
Okay. So why did they start it there? Like, why not like go to like the expensive part of town and do it? I guess I don't know. I'm a little confused as to why things are happening where they are and why there's like a riot and.
Station, it'll cause a chain reaction that'll vaporize the entire city's water supply.
Again, the voice is weird to me, and his mouth movement is odd. It's almost like his mouth is like constricted, so he's got to like enunciate really hard with his lips. It is odd.
Batman will save us.
And it's weird to me that these guys will just get out of whatever jail, prison that they're in, and they immediately start like attacking people and not just running to get away to escape. That just seems weird. These are very conveniently like cool looking gas masks. What the? Like, what's the point of that whole weapon system thing, I guess? I mean, other than to look cool, I don't know.
But I don't have to save you.
All right. That seems like just an opportunity for big explosions, but okay.
I got another job. Yours.
That's nice.
Company went public a week ago.
And I bought.
Oh, you bought all of it?
Through various charitable foundations and trusts and so forth.
It's all technical, yeah.
But
Didn't you get the memo?
That's like the only clever lines that have been, they haven't figured out yet that the personality is necessary to get you more emotionally involved. Because that's what I'm missing right now is like, I don't have a lot of emotional involvement in, I don't know, I'm going to have to look up Christian Bale's other work just to see if like is there anything that I liked that he did? I don't know. I will say this is like better, leagues better than the previous two, you know. And I mean, but the story construction there's still some challenges. So I don't think that they built this relationship up enough in the right way to make me care about it in any way. Could they not get a proper bra on her? Why is she nipping out so bad? Goodness. I mean, he's in a big wool coat and a scarf, and she's in a silk top.
Theatrical like you leaves a calling card.
A joker. Again, with the not being able to turn the head thing, though, I will laud like the Batman costume artist who figures that out. Well, so first off, I know I criticized a lot during the movie, but I will say from the outset, this is miles better than the previous generation, I guess is what we're calling them, of Batman movies. Except Batman Returns, as you guys know I love that. I think the style of the movie is right for the darkness of the character, and Christian Bale does play that darkness well. I can't say that I'm a fan of him as an actor, although I did really like Ford versus Ferrari, but I think that had more to do with the overall movie as well as American Hustle. I'm just not sure what he was doing with his Batman kind of in the suit voice here. He seems to act too much with his mouth open. It's a weird thing, and I'm not sure that it's a choice, at least especially in the beginning. Like the first whole half of this movie, he's shown just like hanging there with his mouth open. It's weird. But yeah, I'm not sure that it's a choice. I think he's just not paying enough attention to like the physicality and the expression on his face. Like he's not using his breathing properly, which is weird. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of like acting technique because I know you guys probably don't care. But his character in American Hustle it's not only a physical transformation as far as his body type, because he did gain weight, but that's the easy part. The physicality of the posture and the hand gestures, the vocal rhythms, the way he holds his head and his shoulders and all of that I know, like American Hustle shows that he can do that. He's just not doing it in this movie. So either he grew as an actor a ton in the intervening 10 years, or he just made more specific choices, or maybe he responded to the director a lot better on American Hustle. I don't know. But I had zero emotion for Bruce Wayne watching this movie. It didn't have any emotion. I didn't have any emotion for any of the relationships either. There wasn't any humor. There wasn't a lot of interesting dialogue. I mean, there were a few quips that were entertaining, but other than that, it just kind of, yeah, you know. I did like the props, like you guys know I love the whole like development of the suit and all the superhero techniques and all of that. That was cool. But I was frustrated by the fact that the female characters, the very few that there were, very, very few, they were really just props. They contributed nothing to the plot. The mother hardly says a single word. Did she have no influence over her son in the first formative years at all? Yeah. I feel like if I had seen it back in 2005, I would have been impressed, especially considering the previous two Batman films. But knowing the quality of the various superhero movies to come after this, I had higher expectations, and I wanted to love it more. I wanted to be more emotionally involved. I will say, though, I do see promise. I do see potential, and I think that we're going to get there. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with at least the next two movies, and I know that there's more beyond that too. So, watching this one, I think they're on the right track, and that I'm not dreading watching the next Batman movies at all, especially knowing that the next one is Heath Ledger. So, yeah. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to follow my channel and hit the notification button to receive notice when I upload a new video, and help me figure out the whole YouTube algorithm by hitting the like button. It really does help. If you have comments or recommendations of what I should watch next, I'd love to hear them. So make sure to leave a comment, especially if there are things that I missed or you think that I was like completely wrong about. You can argue in the comments about it if you want to. Thanks for watching with me.